Hey Exiles, how we doing? It's Mr. A2G. I'm here back playing some more Saga of Survival. How we doing, guys? Alright, so you know what day it is, guys. It is that weekly dungeon run. So hopefully this is where we're going to try our luck to find all the missing pieces for our stables so we can get our horse there. And for those that are playing at home, I should say, we only need one more piece. So we are after the horse saddle pouch. We just need one more and we are done. As soon as we get that, guys, we will have that horse and have many adventures moving forward. But hopefully we'll get there. If not, we will continue to do these weekly runs as per usual, as you guys have become more accustomed to at this point in time. Okay, so if you guys haven't already, if you guys are new, make sure you guys are subscribed, notified with the notification bell so you don't miss out on a future video. And look guys, if you love the video there, make sure you hit that like button as well. Be happy to see that up on that little page there. But reason being, guys, if you do that, it really helps us a lot, especially the like system, you know, more so than the the subscribe and the whole notification thing. You know, I'm not trying to plug this, guys, but it's more to get us up the recommended page. So especially if you're watching or people are watching similar videos, you know, I want to make sure that my videos there get you know, recommended to for the next video there, and hopefully you know that will help with discovery of the game. That's all that I want for that. But otherwise, we're going to get into it, so I do apologise for that little rant there, but we will push on. Okay, so as per usual, doing our bit here. So you may have noticed in the last couple of videos, you know, with the weekly run in particular, have switched over to the pyromancer's ring, and you know, more or less, guys, at this point I'm able to run these zones quite quickly with the rings as opposed to using the crossbow. At the moment I have a ton, and I mean a ton of copper, and also a you know, a ton of amulets, all that sort of stuff, everything necessarily really to craft up the pyromancer ring. So that's the reason for that, you know, and the other reason why I haven't gone, you know, or continued to use the crossbow. So don't get me wrong, crossbow is a brilliant weapon. I do love using that weapon, and I still do, and I still probably will for a little while longer. Oh, okay, out of nowhere, I've completed a quest, as you do. Realistically, what type of quest was that? Okay, oh, loot barrel, fair enough. Anyway, but yeah, guys, you know, it's just more or less for me, I just want to save on resources, you know, especially the whole oak thing, crafting redstones, things like that. You know, for now, I'm just sort of gonna, you know, hold off for that for a little bit and just utilize this. And if I find that there's going to be sort of a discrepancy with inventory, then yeah, obviously we're going to you know, attention that accordingly, and I'll definitely change it up. You know, more or less, that's basically what we'll do. So, but for now, the rings are going to be here to stay for a little bit longer until I say otherwise. That's basically that with that one there, but let's see what we get with the first of the larger chest and see what we get out of it. Now, I mentioned, oh sorry, I had been given comments in regards to, you know, how you guys are looting, you know, these zones and things like that. Ooh, go away, okay. Yeah, so I recall some guys in the comments there, of course, pinned here. One sec, guys, let's maneuver ourselves around and let's get ourselves out of danger. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, a couple of the comments that I've noticed over the last week or so with regards to these type of videos. So the whole volume side of doing, you know, these dungeon runs to try and get, you know, better items and things like that. So some people say that they either travel further distance, or they do runs one after the other. Some people would do, say, anywhere between 5 to 10 in one day, and that's an insane amount of runs. So yeah, guys, I mean, amazing that you're, you know, got that ability and got the time in the day to do it. Don't get me wrong, you guys are awesome for doing that. But don't get me wrong, this is where they sort of come back and say, look, you know, we get, you know, this type of, you know, items, so which is fine. You know, so some people are lucky enough to get, you know, multiple, well, not multiple items, but they feel the more that they can, you know, do these runs at the, you know, in the one sort of day or sitting. This is where they can sort of find those rarer items. So, you know, like the reins, you know, spurs, the saddle pouch that I'm after, saddle parts, all that sort of stuff. So they feel like, you know, if you do like at least 5 a day at the bare minimum, you should be able to, you know, have some, you know, or get the drop rate to increase for those rarer items. So I'm going to throw it back to the masses, and I want to know what you guys think about that. Now, do you guys do something similar? Have you guys, you know, or do you guys actively run multiple times a day? You know, whether it be, say, anywhere between, say, 1 to 3 times, you know, a day, you know, to different dungeon zones? Or do you guys, you know, go all out and do as much as you can that the day allows? Or do you just do 1 a day? Or do you do a couple of times a day? Do you sort of, there we go, do you sort of wait a few days? Wait for, say, the dungeon that you just looted to reset? Do you either go back to the same one? Do you go different ones? Or do you even go like island hop? Do you more or less, you know, from the location that you're sitting at or where your base is, do you try and go over the bridge and then look for a dungeon there, or do you stick with what you know, what's closest to you? So I know I'm throwing a little bit out there, guys, and you know, and hopefully you guys have sort of, you know, made any sort of sense to what I'm sort of trying to you know, achieve here. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, like I said, I'll be interested to know what your process is. Really, that's it. That's all that it is. It's all, you know, looking at what type of process you guys are using, how you guys are running. Does it work for you? Doesn't it work for you? You know, let's get some conversation going here. And hopefully, you know, look, you know, you might be doing something for the longest time and it hasn't worked out, which is fine. But then you get someone else that might comment, you know, a different alternate suggestion, and they may have success out of it. And you might think, you know what, I'll try that and let's see if it works. And you know, and hopefully it sort of brings it, you know, it doesn't make it as stale from what it, you know, what it has possibly been for you guys. If you guys have been doing it for such a long time and you haven't had that success, you know, sort of try and mix it up. And I guess that's probably what I'm sort of trying to aim at for you guys as well. You know, because I want everyone to have their horse, you know, to enjoy, to utilize, you know, to run the extra distances, utilize the additional slots that the horse is able to carry. You know, so at least when we have a big loot run, you know, we can take, you know, pretty much all that we can get, kind of thing. That's pretty much the only reason why I want to sort of bring this up. That's all. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments there. Alright, now if you haven't noticed already, guys, I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment, so I do apologise with all that. So try my best, put out these videos as best as I can. Not feeling 100%, but I will persevere and get these videos out for you guys, because I love you guys all the bits. Because I love your support and your activeness on my page and the community itself. So that there is reason enough for me to keep going. So as long as I'm breathing, I'm going to be putting out videos, put it that way. Anyway, we're basically near on the halfway point of this. So far I've only found 1 key. I did take 2 keys in just in case. The last thing I want to do is run all the way back and then just, you know, for the sake of grabbing those keys there, I've got them there in front of me. So rather do it that way and get that out of the way. That's the only reason why. You know what, I might take those. I've got a ton of those, don't need to worry about that. And may as well drink up on one of those, eat up on one of those, and we are good. That there, perfect. So you may have also noticed I've sort of changed up my look as well. So tend to take just the tier 2 level armor these days. I have been mixing it up with, you know, combinations of leather armor, all that sort of stuff as well. But today I thought I'd go a bit fancy, craft up a whole new set, and yeah, just utilize that with the rings. And you know what, this actually shows that it can be possible to run these type of zones as well. You don't need the latest of, the most expensive armor to build, you know, or the most you know, powerful weapons that you guys can get your hands on. You know, I'm doing this with pretty modest items, you know, I'd like to think. And yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to run the zone. I mean, look, I do it all the time. I'm used to it for me, so it you know, makes my life a lot easier, I guess. And you know, I've been doing it for, you know, quite a long time. So you know, the fact that I can sort of play around with it, and there we go, that's 4 keys in total. Yeah, so you know, I feel like, you know, it shouldn't be too difficult, or shouldn't be any sort of you know, type of difficulty for you guys to sort of run the zones. And look, more or less for people that are, you know, level 20 or a little bit above that, that's, you know, it's probably the hardest part to do, is to run these type of zones. That, Cursed Forest, probably to another further extent the Chieftain Stronghold as well. They're the type of zones that you guys need to sort of, you know, factor in, you know, utilizing, you know, better armor and equipment, but also look at the whole bigger picture in terms of, you know, the cost of doing the run, you know, versus the return. You know, is it worth your while? And I think that's where a lot of people sort of get trapped with this as well, that I feel. And you know, just looking at some of the comments that come through onto my videos there, that, you know, they sort of do, you know, similar type of zones, but they're not getting the loot that they want, and that could be for many things as well. One big thing is always the expectation. You know, you run into a zone, you've got an expectation that you're going to get this, and this, based on what you've seen or what you've seen of others that have done before you, or you know, you sort of hone in and look at what the suggested loot table may be dropping on the location of the zone. And you know, for me, I try and come in with no expectations. You know, yes, I definitely want to get, you know, my the horse saddle pouch. I 100% want to get that, you know, but I don't expect to, you know, go in and get it, you know, say this time round, or you know, or it might take, you know, 100 more times for me to run these zones until, you know, such an item that drops. So I guess in a sense here, what I'm sort of trying to get at is, you know, you just go in with an open mind. You know, don't have that, you know, that type of expectation until, you know, when it happens, you know, and you sort of surprise yourself in a sense, and that's probably what I'm sort of trying to get at the same time. You know, lower the expectations, go in, and yeah, you might surprise yourself. That's all. Alright, so got this part of the area done. So I'm hoping by the time that this video goes up, that 1.11 should be available. Oh, nice. Definitely taking that. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that 1.11's already up. It should have been up ages ago, to be honest, you know, from at this point in time. And I say that because from what my understanding was, that the update was getting certified by Google Play at that time, and we obviously haven't got the update yet. And you know, I pre-record these videos, as you guys, most of you guys would know, and if you guys don't know, now you know. I do this pretty much over the course of the weekend, so I give my time, break it up during the weekend, do a couple of hours here, a couple of hours there in the morning, just to sort of try and get them out. And then from there, you know, I post them during the week, so I try and stick to that sort of rule every week. And I don't have to sort of do it, you know, after a day of work and things like that. You just sort of come home and you know, the energy levels are not quite there to do what you want to do. So yeah, that's the only reason why I do it, you know, this type of way. But yeah, 1.11, we're still waiting for that to come through. It's only just going to be a minor update, just, you know, fixes here or there. Nice, take that. Yeah, so I'm more interested in waiting for the 1.12 update. So that's where we're going to have the faction introduction. Now, to be honest, I reckon that's going to be pushed out, to be perfectly fair. It did say on the development roadmap and last week's video that I put up that it was supposed to come out in the month of Feb. I don't think it's going to happen personally, and I think it's just more to the fact that we're pretty much at this time nearly halfway into February. Whether or not they post point 11 up this week, let's say, even by the time that this video has come up, I'll still post this video regardless, so that's going to happen. But more so, will they still post the faction update within the same month? It doesn't look like it's a massive update. It's a lot of internal things that are happening, so I'm hoping that they stay on target with their update schedule. But we won't know until it happens. So yeah, just thought I'd just bring that up in conversation as we're going along. We're nearly there anyway, guys, and this is the second last main room, and then after this we've got 3 bone breakers that we're going to sort of take care of, and that's it. We'll probably call it the video from there. Alrighty, what do we have here? Alright, let's see what we've got. Some more brimstone, I'll take that. Starting to pick up those necklaces a little bit more actively now. They are starting to become popping up on upgrade workstation tables and things like that. So, and also crafting certain items. So yeah, definitely grabbing some of those now. Ooh, perfect. Cool. So there we go. There's a crossbow. Okay, well, let's see what Mr. Bonebreaker up here has for me. Let's see if he's got any more keys. Ideally, hopefully I can get all 4 keys in the zone today, and then I can place those 2 that I took with me back into my inventory. Yeah, the more the better. Also, probably what I'm thinking about doing as well, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments. How do you guys feel about me doing a montage of the dungeon? So montage can mean many things. So basically a montage of say 5 dungeons, defeated all the enemies here, but then just go around and just loot every single chest, without having to go through the zone, attack, and sort of rinse and repeat kind of thing. Want to know what you guys think. Let me know. Do you want me to do something like that? I'm happy to. I can definitely sort something like that up. That's not a problem. Or do you want me to sort of try to do like a little, and this might involve a little bit work. No English today. Sorry, guys. It will involve a little bit more work on my end here. But what do you think of just purely open up chests? So without having to sort of run from one chest to another within the zone, just multiple cutscenes, and and even with the golden chest there. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. Just sort of thinking of sort of trying to break things up. Yeah, so I'm just interested to know what you guys think about that. If there's something there that that might think it might seem a little bit more entertaining. So I'm sort of looking at that as well at the same time. And this is just more for my channel, just making sure that you guys are engaged, I guess, at the end of the day. That goes. Yeah, so let me know. It doesn't necessarily have to be the dungeon. It can be other zones as well. It could be the stronghold. It could be the cursed forest. It could be the dark forest. If you want me to do that, I can do that. Yeah, so just thinking, out loud to you guys while I've got you at the moment. What do you think? Will you guys be happy with something like that? Yeah, I'll be interested to know. Alright, so what I'll end up doing is I will drop some of these things, and let's just quickly heal up. And I'm just going to run over here. We'll open up that chest. That'll free up some keys and some slots, and we'll hopefully get something that I want out of this. If not, I'll grab the rest of it and probably head on home. Hey, no, want you to come here. Alright, moment of truth. What do we got? Absolutely nothing. Alright, so we'll grab the rest of that, we'll head topside, and we'll call it a video. Alrighty, let's run. Okay, let's do that. Let's get into that and that, and let's also do that. There we go. How's that for inventory management, guys? Alright, so I'll head topside, I'll get those goblins up top, and that will be that. But yeah guys, definitely want to know what your thoughts are. You know, do you want me to do montages? Let me know. Been thinking about it. It has been made as a suggestion from other people, other parties, so thought I'd bring it up to the masses and see what you guys think. Alright, let's go over here. Take out this little goblin, take out this little goblin. Thank you. And yeah, one after the other, guys. Bit of a conga line happening. Oop, come on, there we go. And what's here? Take that, pop it there. You know what? This 1-star armor held up pretty well for the most part. You know, everything's just on half durability. Yeah, you can get 2 runs out of that effectively, so I'm happy with that. Anyway guys, we're going to leave it here today. Thanks for watching as per usual. Guys, if you liked what you seen, make sure you hit the subscribe and notification bell. But most importantly, the like button, guys. So I want to get these videos up on the recommended page as possible. But otherwise, if you guys liked it, definitely go ahead and do that. And comment, guys, let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know any other suggestions that you want me to do with my videos, and that's it. Alright guys, take it easy. Catch you next time.